Sorry about that, my battery went dead. But look at that house, that's an old house right there. This is on Fairmont Park Street, but all these houses in this neighborhood are well kept, beautiful homes. I have to switch down into lower gear here. Well, I'll tell you what's the name of the street. Riverside. You guys can look up the neighborhood yourself. It is on the corner of Dexter and Redwood. Fairmont Park. Redwood and Dexter. Look at these beautiful old homes. If they could only talk, they could probably tell a story. Beautiful neighborhood, nice, quiet, clean for the most part. Most neighbors keep their houses up. But I'd love to live in a neighborhood like this. It's here in California, it's become like impossible to buy a house like this unless you have a substantial income. Beautiful house. Oh, look at this old pine tree right there. Huge. I'm only going 5 miles an hour right now, so I'm just barely moving. Moving uphill. Pretty steep. Yeah, here comes a car. Speed bump. I won't have to worry about that. Like 2 people walking and they're on their phones. No communication, just on the phone. Amazing. I got my nerve and I'm recording, but it's just an observation. You see that all the time. People in a restaurant sitting right across from each other, not talking. They're on their phones. Look at that big pine tree. What do you think? That house can tell some stories, I bet. This old neighborhood. Look at that house right there. Gorgeous. Huge property right there. Beautiful house over here on the other side. Wow, look at that. Look, there's a couple of newspapers in their front yard. Who reads the newspapers anymore? It's like reading old news. We're coming up to Lake Hill and Redwood. Lake Hill Place and Redwood Drive, and then Indian Hill Road and Redwood Drive. And these houses, beautiful neighborhoods. Look at that, guys. What do you think? Gorgeous, huh? Look at some of these old houses. They're probably older than the houses on my left. What style is that, guys? Anybody know what kind of style those houses are? Look at that, a rock fireplace. And that's probably a real fireplace. Mount Rubidoux Drive and Redwood Drive. Yep. Coming up to Mission. Look at this house right here. Huge 2-story house. What do you think? 5,000 square feet? A basement probably. A cellar. I don't think they call them basements, they're cellars. Detached garages. Huge garage. Oh, minnow. Second house in the back. Look at that. Second house in the back. Went on that light because the arrow allowed that truck to turn. Otherwise, I'd have had to press a button. But here comes another neighborhood, or part of the same neighborhood, but a little bit further south. But that looks like a newer property right there on the corner. But over here to my right, super old house. Yeah. Look about over here. thing you don't see over here on most of these houses, with the exception of that one that I just saw right there, is no solar. Some people just don't believe in it. I just like coming through this old neighborhood. I've been coming through here for years, 40 years now. Actually more than 40 years. But anyway, check it out.